They say that you can't really tell the difference between nerves and excitement. Every time I see the student, it is an opportunity for me to provide an experience. I want the students to have the best possible year that they can have.
I think it's so funny actually. There's like so loud all the time. Yeah. As I hit every car in the parking lot. I was so excited for band camp. I had a calendar in my room of like post-it notes of like counting down the days until band camp, and I was like sending people pictures of like, I get to see you in 3 days, 2 days.
She's right behind me, isn't she?
Band camp is definitely an experience. It starts super early and ends really late. And we usually practice until 9:30, then have a little debrief moment with Dr. Williams.
Out every step, every person!
Every time!
And then we sing the alma mater every single night, which is one of my favorite traditions. We link arms together, and it's such a bonding moment because it really like makes you feel connected to what we're doing.
This year had 33% of the group that was basically brand new, first year members. We had those students come in and they didn't know each other. They weren't very familiar with each other. They were quite reserved. Over the course of the week, you start to see those personalities emerge. And you also start to see some of the friendships, the new bonds be made.
Music has such an emotional connection, so getting to play not just music by myself, but with a group just has such a big feeling. I don't know how else to describe it other than just overwhelming in the best way possible. I started playing piano at like 5 years old. I don't play piano much anymore, it's mostly trumpet, but I have always been really into music. So I started marching band in 6th grade in middle school with the same band program that I did all the way through high school. I originally wanted to play clarinet, but I decided that brass was where it's at, and I decided to do trumpet. I came from a small high school, and even though we were kind of known for our band, it's a very different experience going from a high school band to a college band. And I was very scared that I wasn't going to be able to live up to the band. Coming in, I was very nervous and apprehensive of, am I even good enough to be here? Freshman year, I really struggled. I was taking 21 credit hours or something insane on top of band. So I had 8:30 classes every single day and then would go directly to band. And I honestly really was just so burnt out. I was not having fun anymore. And then sophomore year, I came back and I was like, actually, this is so much fun. I started making friends and everybody started to really jive. We had a lot more fun. We did more things outside of practice together instead of just go to practice and then go home. I definitely stopped taking things as seriously, which sounds like it would be a bad thing, but I stopped taking myself so seriously. I kind of realized I only get 4 years to do this. I want to have as much fun as possible, and I can do that while also putting my best foot forward. I never thought that I would be in leadership. When I got here, I looked up to leadership so much, freshman year, sophomore year, even now. They're so incredible. They put in so much work. I just kind of decided this year that I'm just gonna do it. I'm just gonna try. The worst I can be told is no. I would rather go and be told no than not even try and get a no anyway.
You're really confident on that first note. It was a little bit.
She came in as a really reserved, really shy person. As the years have gone on, I just have seen her become more and more of herself and take on a role of leadership that I thought would really, really fit who she is.
I really like just how personal Maddie is. She just shows up every day with a smile on her face and is just always just like this bubbly personality that we can all rely on to just kind of bring up the mood.
She's always the first one to volunteer to help for something, and with a section so big, that like extra mile just means the most to everyone. Everyone's experience gets 10 times better because she's involved.
I love the people. Like I said, I'm a big people person, so I don't think I would still be in college were it not for the people that I've met in band. They really kind of keep my head on my shoulders, keep me level, keep me centered. I just owe so much to everybody that I've met.
The first time they run out onto Mountaineer Field, out of those tunnels in front of 60,000 people is something that they will remember for the rest of their lives.
I get up early in the morning all the time, but 4:45, it just feels wrong. I was at the field at 6 helping, 7:30 was the downbeat.
Once you're in your spot, go to low.
It's a lot to fit in an hour and a half. Somehow we do it every single time. Coming down Law School Hill is kind of where it all started. It was very surreal, but coming down the hill, the cadence behind me of the drum line, stellar. So like I was kind of calm then, but then I'm also thinking about, okay, are my feet in the right time? Are my hands coming out in blaze like they're supposed to be? And then the fans on the side going crazy. Waiting in that tunnel, oh my goodness. Okay, so I'm about to actually go and do this. I actually made it this far. I'm one of the drum majors of the Pride of West Virginia. As soon as we do our little dorky dance down, we cross our arms, we bring them out, and then we run. When I tell you, everything just kind of whooshed out at the same time, like all my energy, I like pushed into 6th gear, and it was an incredible feeling, but at the same time, very nerve-wracking. I sprinted down the field, started angling towards my podium, seeing Shaylee with the biggest smile on her face, and like there's people everywhere. And so it quite literally felt like I levitated onto that podium, but like I'm also like super out of breath and I also have to stay in time with my feet. When I'm running onto my podium, like practice when we do a full run, I'm like, oh, don't do this, don't do this. Oh my gosh, like you have to remember to do that. On our first game, it was kind of like everything was second nature and it just came to me.
I was actually able to chit chat with her very, 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 very briefly as they were coming off of the field. I just told her, really, really good job. And you could see her beaming with pride. At our university, we're not necessarily a university that has a drum major just for show. Our drum majors have to be great musicians. They have to listen and respond in the moment. They are truly responsible for conducting and keeping all 339 of the people out there on the field together.
And down 2, 3, 4. Then there's 8 counts. There's 2 benches.
When I came to new student orientation, as we're walking up to the stairs of the mountain lair, my dad was like, so what was this about you not doing marching band this year? I was like, oh, I think I'm gonna have so much going on that I don't really have time for it. And my dad's like, I just met the band director, like, come on, I want to introduce you to him. I was like, what in the world? Dr. Williams was like, tell me about yourself. I was like, I was a drum major for my high school. He was like, I knew it, I could just tell.
We had a great conversation. I knew that she would be a fantastic fit. So that day, I was very, very lucky, and I'm very glad that I ran into her father and I ran into her.
I got a shout out one day, freshman year at band camp about my marching, and then he was like, ex-drum major Michaela McNair. And so then everyone knows now that I was a drum major in high school. Everyone just keeps asking me this question. I was like, I didn't really, think I was going to, because this is a collegiate marching band. I was a drum major for my high school, which was about 100 members. Anyone who has done band in high school and they come to the Pride of West Virginia, think of that experience times 100, because everyone loves what they do. Everyone's going to try and help you move forward and be your best in the band. For those looking on the outside in, it's just a band. I genuinely believe everyone in the Pride thinks of one another as their family, as someone that they can call on when they need anything. These are genuinely people I think I'm going to know for the rest of my life.
Every time we get an opportunity to go out into the community, it is special for us. It's wonderful for us to give back to the community because it means so much to them that we're there. This year, we were able to get out to Charleston for the Kanawha County Majorette Festival, and we were also able to get to Elkins for the Mountain State Forest Festival.
It's kind of interesting to like see people's faces, because not everyone really knows sometimes like who's in town, and then you hop off and people just kind of like brighten up and they're like, oh wow, here they are. And it's like, yeah, we're here. And it's kind of weird because you don't feel like a celebrity or anything. It feels like game day almost. Not everyone gets the opportunity to travel to Morgantown every weekend or watch the games. Like some people might not be able to watch the games. They might just like read it in the paper, like what happened. So for people to come and watch the band, I mean, it definitely means a whole lot to them.
The WVU band, when they come to Kanawha County, when they come to do the Majorette Festival, it's always a huge draw. And everybody in this area loves seeing that. Even if you can't go to Morgantown and can go see it, people from the region, not just in the Charleston area, will come here to see the Pride of West Virginia.
I know that it is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity for some people to see the Pride of West Virginia. So the people sticking around to watch the Pride, rain or shine, it shows their heart, it shows their spirit, and it shows that their love for what it is that we do.
Ma went to WVU in the 80s. And she would always talk about how like you can hear Country Roads a million times and it sounds beautiful and it's a great song. But she was like, when you hear the band play it, it's really different. In Princeton, the Pride came down twice. And I was like, this is so big. I was like, this band is huge. And yeah, it was just like, I think I can get down with this.
Jacob cares deeply about the Pride of West Virginia, and that was evident last year, which led to him being put in a leadership position, in a leadership role this year. He's constantly thinking about those around him and making sure that their experience is as good as it can be.
And it is like a family. And I don't want to like say that like, you know, like, oh, like we're all family. No, like you really are. Like you are with these people a week before school starts and 2 hours almost every day. And then an entire Saturday together, most weekends. Like you have to like be friendly with some of these people. Like, and we're just family.
He is the consummate leader. Someone that I can ask to do anything and someone that has everyone's best interest at heart.
Are we playing? Hey, you guys on the end now? We got it in. On the game?
Oh, the music that we play in the Pride makes people feel like emotional, excited, scared, nervous, happy, joyous. It definitely brings people to tears. I've watched recordings of stuff that I've played, like just some pregame to just like watch, being like, were we good or bad? And I'll watch the Simple Gift Circles and like tear up. And I haven't even graduated yet. So it's like, if it's doing that to me, I can only imagine what it's doing to like grads or people that love the university.
The Pride of West Virginia, the Mountaineer Marching Band.
Marching in the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade will be a once-in-a-lifetime experience and something I think the band will remember for the rest of their lives.
Whenever I was young, my parents would always turn on the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade. I would watch just as bands and floats and all the fun stuff goes down the street, to now being able to be one of the bands participating in such a large ordeal is just surreal to me. knowing that me from just playing around on a basic little tuba to now being able to lead 25 other people to march down the street of Macy's through so much hard work and so much sweat, it means so much. And then knowing that that feeling also applies to all the other people in the band is awesome.
It is a significant achievement for any marching band. It is one of the pinnacle achievements to be selected to go. Very few bands get the opportunity and the honor to participate in the Macy's Parade, and I'm glad that WVU will be returning for a second time in 8 years. Seeing how the band reacted when they found out we were going to the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade was heartwarming, because how much this means not only to them, but to the university and to West Virginia.
It'll mean so much to represent the state of West Virginia in front of the national view. Not just West Virginia I'm representing, but just all my friends and all the people who got me to here and to be me. I started with the trumpet. As I started playing the trumpet, I figured that it just wasn't really working. I decided to switch instruments to the tuba, and perfect fit. Such a different culture change from being a high school student in Morgantown to then being a college student. And so joining the band really helped me gain a lot of friendships and helped me meet a lot of new people.
Here we go.
People can't help but to smile when they think of Will Burton. He has been from the very beginning one of the people that we all learned to depend on. And it was never so much as him being in front. I first noticed Will when he was one of the people that was corralling the sousaphone players, leaders, and everyone alike to help load the truck. He was one of those people that would be there first. He would be kind of sort of getting dirty, getting up in the truck, passing sousaphones down, and doing all of those things. Well, that has not changed.
One of my favorite things to do whenever I show up at practice is to take all 25 tubas off the band truck, and then as I'm taking them off the truck, I get to see every single one of the people in my section's face, and I get to greet them every day.
That's two.
Band for me really delves deeper, and it's about the interpersonal connections and getting to know everyone and getting to see them grow. The first time I stepped out on Mountaineer Field was very euphoric. Whenever I ran out of those tunnels and then we went into the circle for simple gifts, I was able to see where I used to sit as a kid. I would then, for the rest of the season, look up at that seat and be able to sort of feel a sense of accomplishment from going from somewhere back where I was a kid that I would never imagine to be where I am now. To compare that to marching down the street at Macy's, I can't imagine how much joy I'll feel in that moment.
Next stop, Macy's.
Good morning, Mountaineers. It's time for Macy's.
Good morning. It's about 1:50 in the morning and we're getting ready for Macy's here.
The madness has already started. Headed to the bus.
Isaac, how are we feeling about Macy's right now?
Very excited.
Very excited. And we don't feel any pain because it's 2:35 in the morning, right?
Oh yeah.
No, we're happy.
Yeah, we're happy.
Yeah,
We're very
happy.
Just another morning, a day at the office. You know how it is.
just finished our first rehearsal on Herald Square. That was so insane. The lights were so bright, it was so loud. And now we're just walking through New York City back to the buses. I'm kind of lost.
So we just finished rehearsal and it has not hit for me yet. I think it's because I'm running on an hour and a half of sleep and no breakfast. So once I get breakfast, maybe it'll hit me.
I'm tired, but I'm excited. We got a long day ahead of us, but we're gonna go be legendary. So.
Yeah.
Time to be legendary.
Happy Macy's Rain and Poncho Day. Feeling about ponchos?
Ponchos are awesome. God's greatest gift to man. Everywhere where there's a poncho, it's dry.
All the way from West Virginia University, it's the crowd of West Virginia, the Mountaineer Marching Band!
Of that show that we've ever done. We made it! We did it so good!
New York City wasn't ready to go. Let's go! Let's go!
Just so many people everywhere just watching you. It was an insane experience, genuinely. And then to pull it all off at the very end in that crazy, just amazing way, I think that's one of the best times we've ever done our performance there. And just, it seems all worth it at the end of the day, genuinely.
How did it feel? I have wet socks, but I'm feeling great. That's the main takeaway I feel from today.
It was
wet
amazing.
socks, but magical.
It was very
truly magical.
It really was.
We've done everything that we could to prepare for this moment, and I'm just so happy the students rose to the occasion. They met the occasion beautifully, and the performance was something that they will remember for the rest of their lives, and I will remember for the rest of my life.